Well, guys, welcome to Downtown Ray Melo. You're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Thursday, December 3rd, 2020, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's REYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for the Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Netflix says it will stream the film Penguin Bloom, starring Naomi Watts and Andrew Lincoln, on January 21st in North America, the United Kingdom, France, and other countries in Asia. The drama is based on the true story recounting in Cameron Bloom and Bradley Trevor Greaves' book of the same name. The movie's cast will also include Jackie Weaver, Rachel House, Leanna Walsman, Lisa Hensley, Griffin Murray Johnston, Felix Cameron, and Abe Clifford Barr. Glendon Ivan is directing the project, which was penned by Sean Grant and Harry Cripps. The story follows Samantha Bloom, a married mother and avid outdoorswoman who is paralyzed from the chest down during a mishap. She begins to emerge from her depression a year later when her children's rescue and care for a baby bird. The film's producer said in a press release, "We all fell in love with the life-affirming nature of Sam's story and her undeniable spirit. The emotional journey she and her family go on after Penguin enters their lives is unforgettable. We have a wonderful partner in Netflix, and we're delighted they will be bringing Penguin Bloom to the audiences around the world." Melissa McCarthy says it's been delicious to play the sea witch Ursula in The Little Mermaid. The 50-year-old actress gave an update on the live-action Disney film and discussed her role as Ursula during Tuesday's episode of Watch What Happens Live. McCarthy said the film will soon resume filming after halting production due to the COVID-19 pandemic. She said, "Hopefully, if everything is hunky-dory and safe, we go back to shooting in January in London, which is very exciting." The Little Mermaid is a live-action remake of the Disney 1989 animated film of the same name, which is loosely based on the Hans Christian Andersen fairy tale. The new movie is directed by Rob Marshall and stars Haley Bailey as the mermaid Ariel and Jonah Hauer-King as Prince Eric. On Watch What Happens Live, McCarthy was asked how her Ursula will differ from the animated version, which depicts the character as a villain. The star says, "I have such an affection for Ursula. I know she's the villain, but I've just always been kind of like, oh my God. I mean, she's kind of delicious to play." She says, "I'm just kind of doing it as if I could be the vaudevillian nightclub act that lives in my heart. It's just so fun. I mean, you can't go too far with her. I'm excited to see it." McCarthy said in January on the Ellen DeGeneres show that rehearsals for The Little Mermaid have been an absolute blast thus far. She said at the time, stepping in the world of Rob Marshall, "It's like a fever dream. All day he's like, 'Do you want to slide down this 40-foot clamshell?' I'm like, 'Yes, of course I do. What, are you crazy?' It's been wildly creative." On Watch What Happens Live, McCarthy also discussed her nerve-wracking experience singing with Barbra Streisand. The pair collaborated on the 2016 duet of Anything You Can Do. McCarthy and her husband, Belle Falcone, star in the new film Superintelligence, released on HBO Max last week. McCarthy said in a recent interview that the movie shines a light on the good guys. Netflix is giving a glimpse of the new film Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. The streaming service shared a preview of the movie Wednesday featuring Viola Davis as blues singer Ma Rainey, known as the Mother of the Blues. In the scene, Davis delivers a monologue as Rainey, who died at the age of 53 in 1939. Rainey says, "They don't care nothing about me. All they want is my voice. Well, I've done that, and they're going to treat me the way I want to be treated, no matter how much it hurts them." She adds, "They back there right now calling me all kinds of names, calling me everything but a child of God. But they can't do nothing else because they ain't got what they want yet." Ma Rainey's Black Bottom is based on the August Wilson play of the same name. The film is written by Ruben Santiago Hudson, directed by George C. Wolfe, and produced by Denzel Washington, Todd Blackman, and Danny Wolfe. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom centers on the fateful recording session for Rainey in 1927 Chicago. The movie co-stars Chadwick Boseman, Glenn Turman, and Coleman Domingo, and is the final film appearance of Boseman, who died at the age of 43 in August. Davis previously starred in the 2016 adaptation of Wilson's play, Fences. She appeared in the new Netflix documentary, Giving Voice, which follows students in the annual August Wilson monologue competition. Wilson died in 2005. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom premieres on December 18th on Netflix. Warner Bros. Announced Thursday that the company's entire 2021 film slate, which includes The Suicide Squad and Matrix 4, will premiere simultaneously on HBO Max and in theaters, expecting the COVID-19 pandemic to continue to keep moviegoers at home. The new films will be available for 1 month on both HBO Max and in theaters. After that period, they'll be removed from the streaming platform. Will continue to screen theatrically in the United States and internationally. Ann Sarnoff, the CEO and chairwoman of Warner Media's studio and Networks Group, says, "We're living in unprecedented times, which calls for creative solutions, including this new initiative for the Warner Brothers Picture Group. No one wants films back on the big screen more than we do. We know new content is the lifeblood of the theatrical exhibition, but we have to balance this with the reality that most theaters in the U.S. will likely operate at reduced capacity throughout 2021. Movie theaters worldwide were shuttered this spring as countries entered lockdown to prevent the spread of the novel coronavirus. Many have reopened in some areas, but at reduced capacity. Major studios also delayed releasing their 2020 blockbusters or sent them straight to streaming as it became clear theaters would be closed for months on end. Disney released the live-action version of Mulan on its streaming platform, Disney Plus, after months of delay and charged audiences an additional fee to watch it. The company has continued to push back the release of the new film in the Marvel film franchise, Black Widow. Warner Bros. Also delayed the latest installment of the DC Extended Universe, Wonder Woman 1984, before announcing it would be coming to theaters and HBO Max on Christmas Day. There will be no extra cost to HBO Max subscribers, and every film will be available to stream in 4K Ultra HD and HDR. Dune, Mortal Kombat, Godzilla vs. Kong, Space Jam: A New Legacy, The Many Saints of Newark, The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, In the Heights, The Little Things, Judah, and The Black Messiah. Tom and Jerry, Those Who Wish Me Dead, Reminiscent, Maglement, King Richard, and Cry Macho are among the films expected to arrive in 2021 on HBO Max and its theaters. Sarnoff says, with this unique one-year plan, we can support our partners and exhibitions with a steady pipeline of world-class films, while also giving moviegoers who may not have access to theaters or aren't quite ready to go back to the movies the chance to see our amazing 2021 films. Shares of AMC's Entertainment Holdings, which operates AMC Theaters, dropped 16.2% near closing Thursday in response to the Warner Bros. Announcement. Cinemark Holdings, Inc. was down 20.23%, and IMAX Corp. was down 7.26%. Shares of AT&T, which owns Warner Bros., were up 0.21%. To cope with the decline in in-person movie attendance, some theaters, such as AMC, have launched programs to allow guests to rent entire theaters for screenings. A Cinemark representative told CNBC on Thursday, in the light of the current operating environment, we are making near-term booking decisions on a film-by-film basis. At this time, Warner Bros. Has not provided any details for the hybrid distribution model of their 2021 films. Project Runway judge Elaine Welteroth and Broadway actress Amanda Kloots will join the talk as co-hosts on January 4th, CBS announced. Welteroth and Kloots will replace outgoing panelist Marie Osmond, who quit the daytime chat show last season, and Eve, who's exiting this month after 3 seasons. Heather Gray, the executive producer and showrunner of the talk, said in a press release Tuesday, they both have amazing energy, interesting point of views, and a willingness to share their personal lives experiences that complement the voices of our other phenomenal women. Welteroth is also a journalist, model editor, and the author of More Enough, Claim Space for Who You Are, No Matter What They Say. Kloots made headlines this year when she publicly discussed in interviews and social media her late husband Nick Cordero's battle with the COVID The actor died in July at the age of 41. The season 11 cast of The Talk also includes Sharon Osbourne, Cheryl Underwood, and Caroline Anaba. Helen Hunt has signed on to star in Starz' upcoming Blindspotting television series, a spin-off based on the 2018 film of the same name from David Diggs and Raphael Cassel. Hunt will portray Rainey, the mother of Cassel's character Miles, who is incarcerated. The show will follow star Jasmine Cephas Jones, who is reprising her role as Ashley from the film. Ashley is forced to live with Rainey, her mother-in-law, after Miles is arrested. Cassel said in a statement Wednesday, "It is such an honor to have Helen Hunt in this series. We became friends after she tweeted about her love of the film, and we have long looked for a project to do together. She has been our first choice for the character Rainey since we dreamed this show up." Production began this week in California on the half-hour comedy series Star also announced. Benjamin Earl Turner, Atticus Woodward, Jalen Barron, and Candace Nicholas Lipman also star. Cassel is a showrunner and will reprise his role of Miles from the movie. Hamilton icon and Snowpiercer actor Diggs, who co-wrote, produced, and acted in the Blindspotting film, co-wrote and produced its TV spinoff. Cassel said in a statement Tuesday, "This story, the incredible cast, and the production are a dream. We are making this kind of show we have long hoped to see on television, centered around just some of the amazing kinds of characters the Bay Area has to offer. Production on film and television projects recently resumed with strict safety protocols in place after months of shutdowns in the United States amid the coronavirus pandemic." Rita Wilson appeared on Jimmy Kimmel Live to discuss how she still has COVID-19 antibodies and talks about her new singles, including "I Want to Kiss Bob Dylan." Wilson and her husband, Tom Hanks, was diagnosed with COVID-19 in March, while Hanks was in Australia shooting a movie. Kimmel remarked on Tuesday that he feels safe around Wilson due to her antibodies. Wilson said, "I have antibodies, and I get tested every couple of months because we're part of a program at UCLA. They test us, and so far we still have them." She continued, "They diminish as you get farther away from your infection, but they are still there helping us out." Wilson has recently released two new singles titled "Everybody Cries" and "I Want to Kiss Bob Dylan." A third track, "Pray for Peace," is released on Friday. The actress and singer said it's a metaphorical kissing of Dylan and that the song was inspired by his 1997 album, "Time Out of My Mind." Wilson says, "I was struck by how vulnerable he was. He must have gone through a bad breakup or something." She continued, "I started getting into the music thing. Oh my God, look, he's so romantic. He's standing under a doorway. He's singing to this woman. He wants her to come back. I want to kiss Bob Dylan. That guy who likes writing the songs because we all know people are not the way they really are in real life." Armie Hammer is set to star in the drama series The Offer for Paramount Plus, which explores the making of the 1972 The Godfather. Hammer will portray Al Rudy on the show, who produced the classic mafia film. The limited series will explore Rudy's experience on set across 10 episodes. The actor confirmed the casting on Instagram. Hammer said, "So beyond excited to finally announce the newest #Paramount Picks project about not only one of the best movies ever made, but also a chance to play friend Al Rudy in a series about The Godfather." He continued, "If you thought the movie was good, wait till you see what it took to get it made. So long, 2020. 2021 is looking pretty good." The real Rudy will serve as an executive producer on The Offer. Michael Tonklin is writing and executive producing with Paramount Television Studios producing. Paramount Plus is a rebranding of streaming service CBS All Access that will arrive in 2021. Paramount and Godfather series director Francis Ford Coppola are releasing the December 8th a newly edited version of the 1990s The Godfather Part 3 that is titled The Godfather: Coda, The Death of Michael Corleone. Coppola has said that the new version has a new beginning, ending, and rearranged scenes with restored footage and sound. Ellen Page is now known as Elliot Page, has come out as a transgender. The 33-year-old actor said in a letter to fans Tuesday that he is a transgender man whose pronouns are he, him, or they, them. Page wrote, "Hi friends, I want to share with you that I am trans. My pronouns are he, they, and my name is Elliot. I feel lucky to be writing this, to be here, to have arrived at this place in my life." The Umbrella Academy star voiced his overwhelming gratitude to the people who have supported him and to the trans community. He said, "I can't begin to express how remarkable it feels to finally love who I am enough to pursue with my authentic self. I will offer whatever support I can and continue to strive for a more loving and equal society." Page asked for patience as he navigates his fears about coming out. The actor said, "My joy is real, but it's also fragile. The truth is, despite feeling profoundly happy right now and knowing how much privilege I am also scared. I'm scared of the invasiveness, the hate, the jokes, and of violence." He added, "To be clear, I am not trying to dampen a moment that is joyous and one that I celebrate, but to address the full picture." Page brought attention to the, quote, "rife, insidious, and cruel discrimination and violence that trans people face, especially black and Latino trans women." Page said he, quote, "won't be silent in the face of such attacks." The star says, "I love that I am trans, and I love that I am queer. And the more I hold myself close and fully embrace who I am, the more I dream, the more my heart grows, and the more I thrive." He concluded, "To all trans people who deal with harassment, self-loathing, abuse, and the threat of violence every day, I see you, I love you, and I will do everything I can to change this world for the better." Page previously came out as gay in 2014. He married dancer Emma Portner in January 2018. Page is known for starring in the 2007 film Juno. He plays Vanya Halgreaves on The Umbrella Academy, which was renewed in November for a third season on Netflix. Julianna Margulies has joined the cast of The Morning Show. Apple TV said in a press release Wednesday that Margulies will appear in Season 2 of the drama series. The Morning Show is created by Jay Carson and stars Jennifer Aniston and Reese Witherspoon. The show explores the world of morning news through The Morning Show, a fictional morning news program on the UBA network. Margulies will play Laura Peterson, an anchor on UBA News. The Morning Show is inspired by Brian Stetler's novel, Top of the Morning, Inside the Cutthroat World of Morning TV. The series co-stars Steve Carell, Billy Crudup, and Mark Duplass. Former Patriot Act host Hassan Minhaj was previously announced as Season 2 guest star. Minhaj will play Eric, a charismatic rising star who joins the Morning Show team. In addition, Greta Lee and Rosario Cano will also join the cast as the series regulars in Season 2. Margulies is known for playing Carol Hathaway on ER and Alicia Folderick on The Good Wife. She most recently had a recurring role in Season 5 of the Showtime series Billionaires. Apple TV Plus ordered 2 new series this week. Surface, the psychological thriller starring the Morning Show actors Gugu Mbatha-Raw and Acapulco, a bilingual comedy series starring Eugenio Debris. The first Walking Dead holiday special is set to stream on AMC Plus on December 13th, the streaming service announced Wednesday. Talking Dead host Chris Hardwick will present the hour-long program, which will feature current and past cast members sharing their favorite Utah memories and traditions. There will also be music. AMC Plus promises in a new release Wednesday. Confirmed to participate are actors Laura Cohen, Melissa McBride, Josh McDermott, Carrie Payton, Eleanor Mastura, Cooper Andrews, Casey McClincy, Lauren Ridloff, Casey Fleming, Emmy Kinley, Irony Singleton, as well as Walking Dead Universe Chief Content Officer Scott M. Gimple, and The Walking Dead showrunner, executive producer Angela Kang. Season 10 is set to continue airing on AMC in February. Actor Hugh Keays-Byrne, most known for his role as 2 separate villains in the Mad Max films, died. He was 73. Representatives for Keays-Byrne told Deadline he died peacefully on Tuesday morning, but did not mention specifically the cause of death. Keays-Byrne was born in 1947 to British parents in Kashmir, India, and launched his acting career in Australia, where he earned his first credit role on the 1967 television series Bellbird. He continued to appear in various roles throughout the 60s and 70s before being cast as Toe Cutter, the leader of the biker gang in George Miller's 1979 film Mad Max. Miller brought Keays-Byrne back for his 2015 film Mad Max Fury Road, where he played the lead villain in Morrison Joe, citing both his versatility as an actor and the fact that he dubbed over Keays-Byrne's voice in an early print of the original Mad Max film. Miller says, "I always felt so guilty about that. I thought I had to make up for it in some way." Charlize Theron, who starred in Fury Road alongside Keays-Byrne, remembered him in a post on Twitter Wednesday. Theron wrote, "It's amazing you were able to play such an evil warlord so well, because you're such a kind, beautiful soul. You'll be deeply missed, my friend." Filmmaker Brian Tenchard Smith, who directed Keays-Byrne in the 1975 film The Man from Hong Kong, shared a photo with him and praised him as a fine actor and good friend. He says, "We spent many happy Sunday mornings with him, his partner Christina, and a group of fellow actors and artists from the Mekio Light Company at the house they shared in Centennial Park. Christina, Jack, Sean, Tim, Ralph, Robina, our hearts go out to you." The Smashing Pumpkins gave a virtual performance of Sire, the title track of their newly released album, The Tonight Show. Frontman Billy Corgan and his bandmates James Iha, Jeff Schroeder, and Jimmy Chamberlain performed a song in the studio. The performance on Tuesday was edited into a unique video with multiple screens. Corgan sings fragments from Form the Mind, Shadows Hold the Mist, Fracture as They Wish, Shattered I Resign, We're on the Verge, We're on the Verge. The Smashing Pumpkins released the Sire album in November. The project includes 20 tracks in total, including The Color of Love. The band last released Shiny and Also Bright Volume 1 in 2018. A black and white music video for Sire was released in August, which was directed, edited, and colored by Linda Strawberry. And finally, Harry Styles was seeking a next step in evolution in his career after leaving One Direction. The 26-year-old singer discussed in an interview with Variety how the One Direction members' success as solo artists speaks to their positive time in the British boy band. Styles came to fame with One Direction, which was formed on the X Factor UK in 2010. The group experienced massive success before beginning an indefinite hiatus in 2016. Styles and his One Direction bandmates Neil Horan, Lane Payne, and Louis Tomlinson have since released solo albums. Both of Styles' solo albums, Harry Styles 2017 and Fine Line in 2019, debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200. In the interview, Styles said One Direction's experience as solo artists has differed from boy bands of the past. He says, "When you look at the history of people coming out of bands and starting solo careers, they feel this need to apologize for being in the band. Don't worry, everyone. That wasn't me. Now I get to do what I really want to do, but we love being in the band." Styles says this positive experience was the springboard for the members pursuing their solo careers. He says, "I think there's a wont to pit people against each other. And I think it's never been about that for us. It's about a new step in evolution. The fact that we all achieve different things outside of the band says a lot about how hard we work on it." One Direction celebrated its 10th anniversary in July. Styles marked the occasion by voicing his love for his bandmates and gratitude to the fans on Twitter. The singer said, "I've been struggling to put into words how grateful I am for everything that has happened over the last 10 years. I've seen things and places that I've never only seen or dreamt when I was growing up. I've had the pleasure of meeting and working with some of the most incredible people and gained friendships that I know that I will treasure for the rest of my life. None of this world would have been possible without the support you've given along the way." Styles is nominated for 3 awards at the 2021 Grammy Awards, including Best Pop Vocal Album for Fine Line. And that is your entertainment report for Thursday, December 3rd, 2020. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.